Welcome back. It's nice to see you again. You joined to my another episode of Journey Towards Freedom. In today's episode of Building an NPC, I will focus a little bit on our self-worth. Because listen to me carefully right now. I say that you are good enough. You are good enough. Same as me. You are good enough to do different, various things you think you are unworthy doing. How this mindset of that being unworthiness is propagated onto us and how is it connected with school? I will tell you in a second, but first, let me tell you that you don't have to be an expert. You don't have to be someone that has all the knowledge from given topic to start sharing your knowledge, sharing your experience, sharing your wisdom to other people. You are good enough to share your own experiences. See, that's how we can try to propagate the truth about objective morality, about freedom, about any topic. For example, the topic I know, how school is destroying individual. Do you think I'm the best in psychology and psychiatry? I'm not. But I gathered a little bit of my knowledge. I had my own experience of attending to school, and I combined this all through wisdom. And it occurs that I'm good enough to share this knowledge. About other people that thought that they are good enough to share their knowledge, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have opened my eyes to truth to become a conscious being. Thanks to all other people that decided to share their voice via internet, I was able to open my eyes to gather all this knowledge I have right now and deepen it. Go into each of the topics. Well, each of the topics is a rabbit hole. You don't have to find at the end of this given rabbit hole to share your knowledge. For example, if you want to teach others about various stuff, about your interests, you don't have to be as skilled in oratory skills as is Steve Jobs trying to sell his Apple products. You don't have to be the best of the best just to try and influence a few other people. You are good enough to find few others that will really find your words interesting, captivating, and will follow you, and through you they will find their own way to being a conscious being. You can do it. You are good enough to start doing this podcast. Look at me. I'm just starting this. Just compare my first video with current video. There's a big spike in this. There's a big spike between me in the first video and me now. I'm still far from the top influencers on the social media platforms, on the YouTube vloggers, or some other kind of influencers. But I'm still slowly working, improving each week, each month. I don't need to compare to them. I can compare to me myself from the previous videos up until now and see what progress I made already. Okay, but I'm talking about this, but how does this connect to school? See, school destroys this thinking of you that you are worthy of doing certain things. Mostly, it's doing this through discouraging you to study given topic or attempting different physical activities or hobbies because they find you are not in the top percentage of skilled people. Let's say, for example, you are not the best in the mathematics, but you have joy, you find it fun in learning about different algebra, mathematics, geometry. It's interesting for you, so you can pursue it. There's no one stopping you. You can find it better. You don't have to compare to others. You don't have to be at the best. See, as long as it gives you joy. Say, for example, you love volleyball, but you're not the best at playing with the ball right now. So, does it matter you are not good enough to just go on and play? That you should maybe find other sport that you are not into, or even give up all the sports activities at all because you are not yet perfect at it. And maybe you're just good enough to have fun. You can find a few friends that don't care about being so much competitive and reaching the top. You can have a lot of fun. Because that's what it's all about having a little bit fun sometimes in your life. That's what hobbies should be all about. But how is hobby sold to us? First of all, in order for you to have a hobby, you must be great. You must be in the top percentile of people doing this particular hobby. Second, it's best if this hobby can be monetized. Otherwise, it's just probably a waste of your time. Because if you are not making money out of your hobby, it's a poor hobby. Who cares about it giving you joy? It making you happy? No, you must monetize it, capitalize on it. We are in the era of global capitalism, yeah? Are we not? So we should capitalize everything. Everything that doesn't matter if it makes fun or not. So you have to be great at it. Because in order to make money out of something, you have to be great at it. And if you're not great, that means you cannot make money of it. So you shouldn't follow that hobby, shouldn't follow that dream. That mindset is being put onto you in school by teachers, by parents, during your school years. I, for example, started juggling and playing with Diabolo in the high school. I trained for the first few years quite extensively. I found it learning new tricks, giving me a lot of happiness and joy. And right now, I'm not really that interested as I was, but I still enjoy spending some time going to the open air and throwing Diabolo here and there, repeating over and over the same tricks. Sometimes I try to learn something new, but usually I just fail. I'm not that best anymore. After all these years of, will be a few years already, I haven't even mastered the playing with 2 Diabolos. So I should give up probably. There are people that are more talented, and I should never try to go and perform on a stage with my skills. Why not? Why can't I just go between friends or just do some kind of the street performance to make other people time a little bit happier, give them a little bit joy by just doing some kind of simple tricks or maybe a few mistakes here and there. As long as I'm enjoying it, it's a great hobby for me. I don't have to be the best in this particular field in order to enjoy and take happiness from it. Catch is to not compare to others. I can compare to myself and set my own pacing. It's just a hobby overall. So if I can just go on and repeat over the same tricks with Diabolo without learning anything new and progressing in my skills, doesn't mean I should stop doing it and move to something other. Why? Because I'm not good enough. That's the mindset they wanted me to end in. Because if they successfully turn you into this puppet that feels that I am not worthy of doing this, I am not worthy of doing this, I am not good enough at that, you will never try to pursue anything. You will never try to influence or share your thoughts with others because you think you are not good enough. This is total bullshit. This is total bullshit. Because I can assure you that your knowledge, your experience is worth sharing with other people. You will find some people that will be interested in what you have to share, in what you have to say. And maybe, just maybe, you will inspire them to make something great, to be a better person themselves. That's the main goal of this. In order to reach freedom, we need people that will try to become a better version of themselves than they were previously, in their own pace. As long as you are making some kind of the progress, you're doing great. You're good enough for this. You're fantastic. That's the problem. We're having a freedom, so-called freedom community. We are building our communities around leaders. The bravest one with great oratory speech, the other are following him. In Poland, I constantly see the same faces over and over again in the freedom movement. there are no new people entering this particular field because they are afraid that their knowledge is not good enough to share, that they will never reach this level as their other leaders are in trying to influence people. But you know what? You can still influence others. You can still influence those that will never look at the leaders you are looking at. You are unique in your own way, and your own unique way of sharing information may fall on ears of those people that were deaf to their leaders. Sometimes I go in the meetings with those so-called leaders and speak to a random person around me. And you know what? Usually they are really knowledgeable about the freedom, about the objective morality, natural law. They are quite experienced. Seems they have gained a lot of wisdom from researching these topics. But the main problem is that they feel they are not good enough to start sharing what they have gathered so far. Go and make their voice be heard in the internet. They are afraid to show their faces because they are afraid that no one will want to listen to them. Who cares? Maybe you will not have 1,000 or 10,000 of views on YouTube or any other social media platform. But maybe, just maybe you will find a few people that will find your materials interesting enough so that they will try to research it on their own a little bit more. And then you will have this snowball effect because you now attracted new people outside of the bubble that the leaders already made and created in this community, and you enlarge this bubble. And our goal is to enlarge this bubble to the whole world so that every person on earth, every human being is capable of understanding the difference between right and wrong, objective morality, that our current state in the world is slavery, that freedom is a much better option than what we have now with the government and systems. So you can go and share your knowledge. Same, break from this mindset that you are not good enough, that everything you do must be monetized. That's the toxic programming they added you in school through hobbies and various activities in school. When they graded you and told you, well, you're not that good, you can join our team of volleyball or other sports, or you can join the mathematics club. I know I'm repeating over and over the same examples, but this is just to show how they are metaphorically trying to make you feel worthless when you are really worth living, sharing your experience, because you have unique experience to share with other people. And you can make a change in the world. Like I am slowly will be making. I may be listened by few people. Doesn't matter. But maybe those few people that are listening to me, I'm making a great impact into their life. I made their life somehow better by just them watching my videos. If there weren't influencers and people that shared their voices, I wouldn't be even here. I wouldn't be here if there were no brave souls that thought, okay, my knowledge is good enough to share through internet, through books, through podcasts. Doesn't matter the way of sharing this information. Through art, they went their way and published and put it through so that other people can learn from them. And I was one of that took this knowledge, incorporated into myself. And now I am here trying to share the knowledge I have gathered. I have researched and studied for some time to educate you, to inspire you to be another person in this movement. So you can try and bring others and share this idea further away so that we can attract more and more people. So thanks for today. I'm Arek, and feel free to visit my other materials on tridentoffreedom.com. And I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.